much do I like English football, and teams all the way from adore them to absolutely despise them. This is just a video on basically whether I like football clubs or I don't like them, for many reasons. Fans, where they're based, stadium, just, football players they've had. It's just a random video. Let me know if you enjoy, please like and subscribe, all that good stuff, but we'll literally just get straight into things. Starting off with Manchester United. Now, a lot of my family support them, so I am obviously going to put them high up, but not only that, they had players that I absolutely adore back in the day. Rooney, Berbatov, Cantona, some of my favourite players ever, although I didn't watch too much of Cantona, but just his whole everything about him. He's some guy. But still, the stadium, everything, it's going in like a lot. Although I can't say I watched too many of the matches or root for them really. If we played United, or when we played United, I wanted to absolutely batter them. So there's that. But still, I like them. Liverpool, I used to absolutely despise, but now I've realised what the club actually represents. I do agree with a lot of it. But still, I don't mind seeing them lose. I don't mind seeing the fans get wound up. And to be honest, they're not my favourite team in Merseyside, but I don't hate them. Arsenal, I used to absolutely adore when they had Ozil with the Wenger ball, tiki-taka. And my favourite ever player did play for them, and that is the one and only Nicholas Bentner. Absolutely adore the man. But with that being said, and I am rooting for them this season as well, I don't particularly like the fans. I don't like the stadium. So they are going to go in meh, but I am rooting for them this season, so it's a bit of a weird one for me. Anyway, Reading neutral, they're just a bit of a, is this club real? His question comes to mind. No one really talks about them apart from that weird playoff challenge you had at the start of the season, but still. Exeter, I'm going in meh only because I prefer Plymouth, and I cannot lie, I don't know too much about Exeter other than they haven't been, they haven't done much in the Football League, so for me it's a bit of a dislike, but not really. Cheltenham, I'm going to go in neutral. We had a little bit of a, we battered them a few times in League One, but other than that, I couldn't really care less. Luton, however, I'm going to go in the like category. I'm leaning towards like, no, we'll like a lot. I do. You can't not like this club. They've gone from the National League to the Championship in, this like town where everyone's coming together and they're watching footy, and Kenilworth Road and everything about it. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful story. So for me, like a lot. Bournemouth, however, I'm going in the meh category. A 10,000 seat stadium in the Prem. No real players come to mind when I think of Bournemouth, other than we did share a bit of Jermaine Defoe, but for me I just don't particularly like them. Tottenham, again, shared Jermaine Defoe at one point. When I say shared, they had him. He was more a Tottenham player than he was a Sunderland player, but still, that's besides the point. Tottenham for me, I don't know, I'm gonna go in neutral. I used to quite like them, to dare is to do and all that good stuff, but now I'm realising I just couldn't care less about them, so it's going towards neutral. Chelsea, I don't like, more than I don't like these. The fans, it's just everything about it for me, all the controversy with the fans, and I don't know, it's just a weird club. I like to see them lose, personally. I don't mind seeing them in 9th place. But yeah, they have had some cracking players. The stadium's quite good, so I don't hate them, but I just don't particularly like them. Morecambe, I'm going to go in neutral. I like Morecambe. It's near Barrow. You can see Morecambe Bay. However, Barrow-Morecambe, a little bit of a derby there, so I'm going to go in neutral. I like them in some aspects, but I don't like them in other. Bristol City, I love Bristol as a city, no pun intended, but the art, everything about it, the people. For me, it's a great city and a great club, so I'm going in like. Blackburn Rovers, for me, I want to edge it towards like, but I don't care. I actually don't care about the club, so we're going in neutral. But yeah, leaning towards like. I have no beef with Blackburn, put it that way. Salford, I'm gonna go in meh. I don't particularly like them because they're not a real club, if you will, and the stadium's horrible. But then again, the fans, they're from Manchester, the proper club, so it's a weird one. But I'm not too keen on the actual club. Man City, again, I like them. I know I can't be putting United and City in the like category, but I am. It's a proper club. I don't care what anyone says about oil money and all that. That's just not true. The people who support City, 19% of them are not glory hunters. Like, realistically, glory hunting, it's a little bit of a myth. Yes, it does happen, obviously, but it's not actually that fun seeing your team win all these trophies and that. I know that sounds stupid, but it really isn't. You support a club because you're from there mainly, or you've got ties with them. And for me, me and Road and all the history behind City, and people say they have no history, it's just not true. For me, it's a proper club, and I do like it, and they've had some cracking kits and some cracking players. So, you know, stop the Man City slander. Watford, I'm going in neutral. I don't care about them, to be honest. Cambridge, neutral again. I don't particularly like them, because I think it's a bit of a posh area, if you will. But then again, I've got so much respect for the people who go to the matches for Cambridge and Oxford, because there's so much to do in areas like that, and you're choosing to go to footy. So absolute utmost respect to those people, and that's why they're going in neutral. So yeah, I have nothing bad to say about Cambridge, to be fair. Crawley, I'm going in meh, just for the reason that I'm so confused about what's happening. Like, they've got this owner, and he's an American bloke, and he's like making these TikTok videos like all happy and like everything's fine, but they are in a major relegation battle. And they're also signing like Tobe Jizzle and that, who, well, they're not signing, but they're bringing him into training, which I don't mind. It's good publicity, but again, major relegation battle, so it's just weird for me. I'm very confused about that club. Borough, I don't even hate them. I just don't like them. It's a strong dislike, more than Chelsea, but hate is for one special club. But yeah, I just don't particularly like them. But then again, the people aren't bad people, and you know, they're probably decent people. I'm probably gonna get stick for saying this from Sunderland fans, but yeah, obviously as a club, and when we play them or watching them lose, I'm gonna be happy, and I won't like them on that day. But other than that, I can't really hate them as, you know, as people. Lincoln City, I'm going with meh, just for the fact that, like, I don't know, it's a weird place, Lincoln. I've never been, but is it in the north, is it in the south? It's a very confusing place for me, so it is going in the meh. No, you know what, it's going in the neutral category. I don't know what the north-south thing for me. It's a confusing place, Lincoln, in my opinion. But it's going in the neutral category just because they have that one corner in the stadium where they all chant, and I think it's a beautiful thing to see. So neutral it is. Hull City, meh, just because of mauled by the Tigers. It's so embarrassing. Also, the KCOM is an ugly stadium. But other than that, it's a good place, and it's kind of round the corner. It's like 2 hours away. Nearest rugby club is Hull, so I suppose it's got that going for it. But anyway, Bristol Rovers, I prefer them over Bristol City, to be honest, just because it's a two-city club, and I prefer the underdogs a little bit more in most two-city clubs. So yeah, for me, Bristol Rovers a little bit more. But yeah, again, like I said, I love the city, Bristol. You just can't hate the arts, everything about it. It's gorgeous. Rotherham, meh. The New York City Stadium is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. So sorry, lads. Ipswich, I like. I know this is weird. Why would I like them? Portman Road, unbelievable. And East Anglia gets a lot of stick off loads of people, but for me, I've never been. But it seems like a nice place. Quite like everything just seems to happen a little bit slow around there, a bit relaxed, and I like that. So it's going in the like category. And the club in me hearts, Sunderland AFC. No one really touches the adore and the love category, apart from Sunderland, obviously. But yeah, that one was pretty self-explanatory. Donny, like a lot. I love Donny. Doncaster, it's a beautiful club, beautiful town, beautiful people. Yeah, nothing bad to say about Donny. It's a shame they got relegated, and but hopefully we'll see them back up there soon. Swansea, neutral. Again, no major opinions towards Swansea. Yeah, literally nothing to say bad. Hate, Newcastle. Yeah, again, it's self-explanatory. I was never going to put them anywhere differently. There's nothing to say about that one. The Gills, I quite like Gillingham, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know why. The stadium, again, it's a nice stadium. It's actually quite a big stadium, or it looks it, for a small club, if you will. But yeah, I like a bit of Gillingham. Barnsley, I like them just because of the bloke off TikTok, and the accent is phenomenal. Swindon, I don't know. Do I like Swindon? Nah, we're going neutral. I don't care. No, I do care. I like Swindon just because I watched them for 2 games in the FA Cup last year for some reason. One on penalties, and the other I think they had a comeback, and I don't know why, but there wasn't much else on, and I thought let's watch a Swindon game. I didn't actively choose Swindon, but they were on the telly, so that's that. They're going in the like category for that, just because I was rooting for them on penalties, and they've got good fans and a nice stadium, so why not? Posh, they've got a really nice stadium. I absolutely love it. This one's. I am gonna go in neutral though, but they have got a beautiful stadium. Axe Stanley, you can't hate Axe Stanley. You genuinely can't. What a club, man! What an absolute club, and utmost respect again for those people who could realistically just go on from Liverpool. I'll support them, but instead they go, let's go Axe Stanley. Absolutely unbelievable. QPR, like a lot. QPR, phenomenal club. A lot of people say like the fans are posh and that. I couldn't care less. Loftus Road is beautiful. Nostalgia, everything about it. Charlie Austin is the player that comes to mind. Or Tara Bat, whatever the bloke was called, the bat in the day. I don't know, something about them. They've got this aura, if you will. What a club. I like a bit of Port Vale, to be honest. I think I prefer them over Stoke in that little derby, but what a derby that is. I hope they play each other soon. So yeah, I'm going in like Wigan. I'm going in the meh category. I wouldn't put them on the same level as Chelsea and Borough, but you stop nicking our players, and also you're sitting 24th, so I can't jip them too much because I feel bad for them, to be honest. But yeah, the meh category. This category here is getting filled up a bit too much, similarly with a neutral one, but I'll try and get more in these ones. We'll see. Pompey, I know I shouldn't as a Sunderland fan, but I do really like them. The stadium, the people, everything about it, and it's the only city in England to be an island, so an island city, if you will. Great place, not that bad. Newport, neutral, that's getting full up, that one. Now Everton, like a lot. What a club, man! What an absolute club. Again, I like Scousers, to be honest. I just would definitely prefer Everton over Liverpool, clearly shown here. And Goodison Park, beautiful. The only thing I don't really care for with Everton is the players they've had. Other than Pickford and Rooney, I couldn't really care less. But everything else I love about Everton. Give us back Sims, and then you can go in the door category. Millwall, for me, neutral. I get why people don't like them, but I just couldn't care less. Aston Villa, I used to really like them, to be honest, but I'm going in like, they've got a nice stadium, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful stadium, probably, actually, maybe my favourite ever stadium, Villa Park, but other than that, and the Hull End, but yeah, players, I have no real ones that I really loved. I've never been to a game, I've never, yeah, just no real love for them anymore, but still, great club. Leicester City, I'm going to go with neutral. I don't particularly like the stadium. I've had no real connection with the players. The only little thing, obviously, is the Premier League title that everyone was rooting for, or at least I was. But other than that, I think it just is a bit neutral. Leeds, again, I used to really dislike Leeds, but now I'm coming to realise they're not that bad. They're going in the meh category. I don't particularly like them, but no real hatred at all for them. Now West Ham, a proper club, proper fans. I hate the stadium. I don't like David Moyes, so I am gonna have to put it in neutral. But there is some good things, but also some quite bad things. Southampton for me is the meh category. I prefer Pompey, but I don't have too much hatred for them. It's just more of a slight dislike, if you will. Palace, love. That'll be the only club that make it into the... No, not the only club, but my God, I love Palace with an absolute passion. Yeah, they're unbelievable. Genuinely, I don't know, I just seem to watch the games now, and I have no real reason why. Just everything about them, to be honest. It's such a great club. Yeah, I couldn't tell you why, though. Wilfred Zaha, if you will. But he's not the reason. The fans, the everything. I can I speak? It's a great club. Wolves. I don't actually like Wolves, to be honest. Just, I don't know, a weird club. Like, the stadium is quite nice, but then the colour's disgusting. The kits are always vile. I don't care for any of the players. It's just a bit dislike, to be honest. But no real reason for it. Brighton, to be honest, I really don't like Brighton. Mainly for the Palace thing, but also, it's not, I don't know. Not a team I've ever really liked. The Amex, everything about it, it's not for me, I don't think. West Brom, however, neutral. I don't have a real opinion on the Baggies, to be honest. Burnley and neutral. Blackburn, like, I couldn't even decide which one I preferred out of Blackburn and Burnley. Both teams, I like both teams, but not enough to, put them in the like category, if you will. Sheffield United, however, I do quite like a bit of Sheffield United. The Blades, mainly the stadium, it is something to be mesmerised by. It is absolutely beautiful. The best stadium I've ever been to, and that includes Wembley. It is genuinely phenomenal, so fair enough. Fulham, I might even love Fulham. No, I like them a lot. It's absolutely gorgeous, Craven Cottage. Mitrovic, although he is a Geordie, he's some player. I say he's a Geordie, he played for the Mags. He is some player, but mainly it's got to be Berbatov. Probably my third favourite player of all time. I love the bloke. He had some sort of style about him that just will never be replaced. So it's going in like a lot. Colchester, I don't care about them. Forest Green, meh. I like the little underdog story that's going on, but for me, it's just, I don't know. It's not a bit of me again, really. Forest Green, but I have no real reason why. Carlisle, I'm going in meh. I do actually I like the town. It's such a nice place to visit. The people and even the club and the ground, but they have to go in the meh category because obviously Barrow is my second team and that's the Cumbrian derby. So I do apologise, Carlisle fans. Harrogate Town, meh, only because they took about 40 fans to Barrow when I went, and also I understand they're close to so many cities and stuff, but the awful away support and just a really small club. But then again, I don't hear them or anything like that. Walsall neutral, I couldn't really care less. Bradford now, Valley Parade is phenomenal. I'm going with the like category. It was nearly like a lot, but yeah, Valley Parade is absolutely gorgeous, and I want them to get back to where they belong because they are a massive club, far too big for League 2. I mean, far too small for League 2. No, far too big for League 2, yeah. Wimbledon, going in the like category for one reason. They're better than MK Dons, and they're the real MK Dons, if you will. Although I think that's going to cause some kerfuffle. I just prefer them over MK Dons, put it that way. Charlton, neutral. I know the beat is in the playoffs, but I couldn't care less anymore. We're up, they're down. I feel bad for them. Plymouth, like a lot. I do really like Plymouth, probably my favourite League One club other than one more, which hasn't been put in this list just yet. But yeah, love a bit of Plymouth. Northampton and neutral. We'll speed it up a bit. Rochdale aren't even in the AFL, so we have to go neutral. Oxford neutral. Similarly with Cambridge, respect the fans who actually go to games. Stoke City meh, just because they took Alex Neil, and it's funny, I laugh at them in the 18th. Preston, I'd quite like a bit of Preston, proper club. Brentford, I really don't like Brentford. No, we're going in neutral. I love the actually, you know what, we're going in like, I don't like the stadium, I hate it, I despise it. That's the only reason I had them down there. It's the ugliest stadium I've ever seen. However, the fans are phenomenal, and I don't mean phenomenal in the sense that, you know, they travel far and wide and they're so loud, but just the fact that after every single game they just stay there clapping for so long, and every single person in the stadium does that. So we're going in neutral, but that is one aspect of the club we like. Cardiff neutral, I don't really care. Birmingham neutral, I don't care. Norwich neutral, I don't care. And I prefer Ipswich anyway. Cov, I quite like Cov, that's the problem here. I'm going to go in neutral because I know Sunderland fans are meant to like Coventry, and I don't particularly like the fans, but for some reason I like a lot of the players they've had, and I really do like the club, but it's going in neutral. Tranmere, no, is that Tranmere Rovers? Because if it is, I love a bit of Tranmere. Like, yeah, beautiful stadium, and again, I respect every single fan that goes to that game instead of the Liverpool or Everton games or supports Tranmere. Utmost respect, love the club. Stevenage, going in the neutral category, would be like category, because I want to see, and I love that upset against Aston Villa, and I want to see them go far in the FA Cup, so if they do, it'll go up, but so far neutral. Leyton Orient, I like Leyton Orient, I feel bad for them, they need to get out of League 2, and I think this is going to be the year. Scunny, I like a lot, I love Scunny, what a club, man. I just feel so bad for them, everything they've gone through with the ownerships, and now they're rotting in the National League. But yeah, you can't hate Scunny. It's a proper town, a proper industrial place, so fair play. Bolton, I like a bit of Bolton. You can't not like Bolton. What a club. I know a lot of people call it Bolton. For me, it's Bolton. I didn't want to hear anything about it. Crewe, neutral. Shrewsbury, like Tom Flanagan. Blackpool, like a lot. I do really like Bloomfield Road, and I know Sunderland fans apparently are meant to like Blackpool. It's just weird things that you're not meant to like apparently as a Sunderland fan, according to certain people. But for me, I like the club Blackpool, but I understand why some of the fans are a bit dodgy, and you know, stuff happens at football matches. But as an actual club goes, I like them. Burton, couldn't care less. MK Dons, as I said, franchise, don't particularly like them. Fleetwood, I quite like a bit of Fleetwood. I don't know why, but just that west coast, northwest coast, a lot of good clubs around there, and a lot of clubs I respect. Huddersfield Town, neutral. I don't really care for them. Derby, as much as I wanted to, see if Derby County and all that, I don't care. Forest, like, just because it was me Nana's team. But apologies to Derby fans. But yeah, it was me Nana's team. I love seeing them where they are right now. I'm happy they're where they belong. So yeah. Wickham, the fans were really respectful, gave us a lot of due diligence and credit for the, how loud and stuff we were at Wembley, so nothing bad to say about Wickham. Fair play to the chair boys. Sheffield Wednesday, like a lot. I really do like Sheffield Wednesday. Hillsborough is gorgeous. I don't care what people say, it's a phenomenal stadium. They beat the Mags, it's just what a club. Mansfield, I love a bit of Mansfield. The mighty Stags, man, and their stadium, again, these grounds are beautiful. Every ground ticket is phenomenal, bar Scunnies is vile, and so's Donny's, but yeah, Mansfield Stadium is beautiful. Barrow, it's going in the love to adore category. More than Crystal Palace, but yeah, I absolutely love Barrow. It's my second team, it's where my family's from. It's a great place, great town, great people, everything about it, top notch. Oldham, I don't even think they're in the Football League, so neutral. Southend aren't, and Grimsby, the final one, will go in the meh category. No, because they play in black and white, and we'll prefer Scunny. Hopefully you've enjoyed. We'll zoom out a bit here. That's the final list. Please do like and subscribe. I apologise for the 25-minute video. My bad. But yeah, as always guys, just have a fantastic day.